Hey, welcome guys back to the farm. Last time I did a video on this field, I think it was lush green, and I think I did talk about a little bit about potato farming. And today in this video, I'm with the guys here in the field who are harvesting a little bit of the Irish potatoes. This is part of the harvest which is supposed to go into the food boxes that I have talked expansively on this channel. And I think in one of the videos that I did previously, I did tell you guys that part of the harvest which is going to come from this field would be used to go into the food box which we deliver to our customers. And I probably mentioned in that video that this harvest was supposed to be started somewhere around mid-August or towards the end of August. That was the scheduled part of the harvest that was expected. So true to the expectations that we had set out in that video, the Irish potatoes that were planted in these particular fields, as you can see, it's just being harvested at the moment. And once it's been harvested, we are going to grade each and every bag of harvest that we are collecting. When it's graded, the beauty of this crop is that the biggest potatoes that we are going to grade out of these harvests that we are making today, they would go into the food boxes, and whatever is not desirable to go to the market, we are going to keep that on the farm, which means we are going to sell them locally to some of the consumers locally within the community here. And the smallest potatoes that we are going to get from here, those ones are going to be pre-processed, and then we are going to plant them in another acreage here, which means we have the seeds that we would actually plant and grow for the next crop that for the next batch of crops that we probably will be harvesting in the next 120 days or so, because these potatoes usually they take anywhere between 90 to 120 days to harvest, and that's exactly what has happened here. And I also probably mentioned to you guys that part of the harvest that we planted here has been staggered, which means part of the harvest is going to be harvested here in August, and the other part of the harvest is going to be harvested in September. We need to make sure that there is a constant supply of the Irish potatoes, which is part of the main components that make up to the food boxes that we deliver. And this is the first harvest that we are having here. We've done very well in terms of the production, in terms of the volume and the quality of the crop. But one thing that I'm noticing is that when we finish the grading, taking out some of the highest quality potatoes, I'm noticing that I think per plant we could have harvested a little bit more, because we've had a lot more smaller potatoes that we've found, which is what my guys are doing here. Because these guys now, if I take you there, I will show you what they are doing. This is, let me just flip the camera and I'm going to show you guys, because we do have the smallest seeds and the like. So let me just flip the camera and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, as you can see, these are the tiny ones. After grading, these ones are going to be processed as seeds. So there is really nothing to waste here. So these tiny ones that you are seeing here, these ones are going to go into another acreage where we are going to plant them, and out of these tiny small Irish potatoes, we are going to have the massive ones, the big ones. We are picking the big ones, setting them aside, and these ones, the tiny ones, they are the ones that we are going to process for seeds. Really, that's what is going on here. And as you can see here, you can see from let me just show you guys. You can see from this tiny crop, you can see these are little potatoes. Them ones would have grown into slightly bigger ones, the ones that you normally see in the shops and stuff like that. But for some reason, these were, I would call late bloomers. So we dug them out, we let them to wilt a little bit in the sun, and then we came now to come and collect them. So you can see these guys, after grading, after sorting out all the first grade and second grade potatoes, we have now the seeds. These ones are going to be used for planting in another acreage. Okay, so as you can see that really growing these crops, I think it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of work, but I think it's what makes us tick. I know that most of the times whenever we're talking about growing crops and selling them, we make it look a lot easier than it normally is. I don't want to sort of like make this look like some glamour where everything is going on perfect and I'm not having challenges. Probably you remember very well in my previous video that I posted, I did share with you guys that my farm got backward. And one thing that I've learned from that is having conversations with people who are very close to me, my business associates, family, friends, just about anybody that I could talk to about what actually happened here. I'm quickly realizing that when you start a business and it gets to a stage where this one is, this is, I think, the closest I've ever come to a point where I feel like I feel lonely. It can be so lonely, especially when you have to deal with that kind of problems, because I had the support of you guys who come on YouTube. You leave comments encouraging me to keep on pushing, but I didn't have the support that I needed from the people who matter the most to me, especially when it comes to making sure that I don't close doors on this farm. And that's okay with me. At the moment, I did share with you guys that part of the feedstock that I had stocked up for my for the 15,000 chickens that we have, and for the quails that we have, the pigs that we have here, all that feedstock had been lost, and the water pumps that we normally use for watering these crops, all of that had been lost, and it's very difficult to deal with things like that. But I think that's what makes us, strong, and I think that's what makes business people so unique, because I think it came to a point where it felt like a rug has been taken off my feet, and it's difficult. I'm going to do a detailed video where I'm sharing what I'm going to do next and the things that I'm working in the background, just to make sure that I keep going, because right now, in my previous video, I did tell you guys that I don't have the answers yet to the problems that I think having the pumps stolen, having the stock feed, the stock feed stolen. I didn't have the answers. Immediately when I went through the list of things that I needed to do, I quickly realized that I needed about 1,200 pounds in terms of emergency fund, just to make sure that I can quickly stock up feed, to make sure that I feed the birds, I feed the pigs, but also I quickly secure a water pump that I can keep the guys, sort of like watering the crops that are critically in need of the watering. Not much of that has gone to plan, but I'm working on. I'm still working on making sure that I don't lose the crop. I also probably I have been sharing with you guys that I have a huge email list that I've secured over the past few months that I've built. In my previous video, I did share with you guys, I think I had about 22,000 subscribers. To those of you guys who know that hosting an email list comes with the expenses. It's quite expensive to host an email list, and right now the invoice for making sure that that email list continues to be safe, and I can actually keep the business. It's looming. It's just around the corner, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pay for that invoice. But if I didn't pay for that invoice, most definitely that I would lose that email list for good. That's one thing that is keeping me awake today. Still more for you guys, if you're building a farm, or if it doesn't matter what kind of business that you're running, make sure that you build an email list, because it's one of the most valuable assets that you can build on top of your business. It's expensive. I found a way of sort of like mashing my own pieces of software along with the services that I'm paying for, just to make sure that I have that secured. But it's being threatened simply because I don't even know if I can pay for the bills that are coming up. And right now payroll is also around the corner. In 2 weeks or so, I should be looking at payroll. Those are some of the challenges that I'm having to overcome at the moment. And besides that, I have to make sure that each and every resource that is needed here on the farm, I have to provide for that. I have to make sure that the commitment that I have for the food boxes to my customers is also delivered. It's one of the challenges as well that I have to deal, because running a farm it can be quite expensive, but it's also rewarding. So that's one thing that I'm happy that, even though I'm having challenges like that, but I'm still functioning. So I just thought I would quickly share with you guys about that. But like I said, I'm going to do a video specifically just talking about how I'm overcoming some of these challenges, and what is keeping me awake, and what you guys could probably maybe learn, 1 or 2 things that you've learned from that. I'll see you guys in the next video.